is Noodleknite. You may call me Noodle. Today, we're gonna try to paint up a lot of Jakhals, basically. But I think beforehand, Doodle appears. Yeah, Doodle appears. What's up, Erwin? What's up? Before we start painting, I just want to talk about a couple things that have been on my mind since yesterday. But before that as well, I just want to talk about, I guess, my weekend. So what was it? I think Saturday I went to the hobby store, right? And I was looking for paints. They did not have every single paint I wanted. I was missing at least one or two, so I had to order those online. Hi Seer, hi Seer. How are you guys doing? Let me know. But yeah, my friend was lucky enough to get one of the new Astra Militarum boxes. It was the last one. He was the last one to pre-order, so probably sometime over next weekend, I'm gonna have to drive him to go pick it up because he does not drive. So that will be an experience. I also need to pick up some more paint, I believe. Sunday, I played a game of Crusade against my buddy. So we got 2 games in. I played my Dark Angels against Grey Knights, and my friend was playing Necrons against Custodes. Yeah, let's talk about the Custodes game first. So it was a Crusade game. So C's power base, if you guys understand what that means, it's like the game type. So think of Dawn of War. It's like that. There's only 3 objectives on the field. And Defender plays his 3 objectives, right? So at least one of them has to be closer to your attacker's deployment. Yep. We're coming. I might end up buying a gunship before the printer stops to see if... Ooh, nice. That's nice. So yeah. So my buddy, the Custodes, Necrons versus Custodes. Necrons were attacking, and then Custodes were defending. So my Custodes buddy, he's allowed to deploy 1 unit on each objective. He only deploys one of them, but he deploys it right at the one closest to the attacker's deployment. It sucks for him. And for the attacker, they get Scout 6, so they get the 6-inch pregame movement. So an attacker gets first turn, so you can see what happens. So my buddy's like Scorpec destroyers, he has a 6-man Scorpec destroyers with Scorpec Lord, charges right into Trajan and 5 Custodian guards, and kills everyone but Trajan. So that's the Custodes player's fault. He lost his big unit. I've never seen so many dev wounds being rolled and so many feel no pains. It's quite funny too because the Custodes get a 4-up feel no pain, so it's kind of crazy. So for each damage, you roll a 4-up and you just negate it. And then yeah, my game was pretty good. I was playing Dark Angels against Grey Knights, and we were playing the same mission type. So C's power based on the Warhammer, we call it 3 objectives. I think we tied that game actually. It was 30 points to 30, so that was pretty good. And then yesterday I played my World Eaters against my other friend's Ultramarines, and I think I almost got a perfect game out of him. It was like 99 to like 40 points or something like that. It was insane. I got good secondaries. I threatened the board. I think I'm gonna run that list for the upcoming tournament next month, end of next month kind of deal. And then you guys, I'm gonna have to vent a little bit about something very, very trivial if you guys don't mind. Let me just put it up some text real quick, if I remember how to. There we go. That's not the thing. I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, venting about trivial things. Okay, there we go. So this will be... Where'd it go? Uh-oh, it disappeared. Ha! Well, it sucks. Where did it go? That's not it. It literally disappeared. I hate this. That's not it. Oh, that is it. Why is there 2 of them? Got the legs finished up. Gonna use a Vanguard to repose her arm, and I can start working on a paint job. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna be venting about trivial things for a little bit. It's just like it's been on my mind since yesterday, so it really sucks. It's gonna be something really stupid, but I was trying to help this guy with his list, or just like give some advice, because I was like, oh, you don't have a lot of like transports for your list. You don't have a lot of anti-tank except for like maybe two tanks or whatnot. And the thing is that I couldn't see everything in the list, and he only said like, hey, can you like rate my list? It's like, okay, so I don't know what your game plan is. You gave me a list, so I don't know how you're gonna play this list. So I gave my advice to him. So I was like, hey, you got like maybe one too many bodies. Like he had like 60 guardsmen, like three 20-man guardsmen. And I was like, okay, maybe you can go with like two 20-mans and you're good. And I was like, oh, you only have like maybe 2 vehicles, like an anti-vehicle, and you each have 1 shot each. And it's like you're hitting on a 4 up, which is basically a 50-50 at that point. And then he didn't have any enhancements. I was like, okay, this is what I think you could go with. You can take it or leave it. And then I think that's where I'm being hypocritical. He can take it or leave it, and he decides not to take any of it. I was like, so you ask for advice, and then you just deny everyone else's advice. So it's kind of like hypocritical at that point. Like you're asking for it, but you don't want any of it, which is really weird to me. And besides the fact, when you're running a lot of big blobs, they're gonna die very quickly to the blast attacks. But I'm not too sure about that. I'm also, that's just my advice as well. Like if you're gonna run a lot of bodies, you're gonna foot slog them across the board. And mind you, infantry do not move that quick unless they have jump packs or like whatever else. Like you can be corn berserkers and move 8 or 10. But these guys only move 6. And then when you have a lot of bodies on the board too, you're gonna have like what's it called? You're going to have a pile up, I guess. Like you moving like 60 models across the board, and I think some of them are gonna get like jammed behind each other. So it's a matter of, it's kind of weird. That's what I thought. The vet to continue or not spend money on pointless. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Like he didn't tell me what his game plan was, because he just gave me it was just a Discord server, a local Discord server or something like that. And like I'm trying to give him some pointers, and he's like, okay, so but the whole point of my army is to run a lot of bodies. It's like I know that, but I think you have too many. That's what I was saying. Too many bodies. It's gonna be hard to move them all, and a lot of them are not in transports. The only thing I said to him is like, hey, if your opponent has blast weapons, which means for each 5 models, he's adding 1 additional dice, and if you're running full 20-mans plus the command squad, he gets 6 more dice on top of his attacks. And then yeah, he had like only 2 vehicles for anti-vehicle. So my thought process was, if he only has 2 vehicles and they both die, it sounds like Imperial Guard player. Yeah, exactly. My understanding is like, if his 2 tanks die, his anti-tank, anti-vehicle, anti-monster stuff dies, he doesn't have a lot of options to kill vehicles, because I think his understanding was he's playing combined arms, right? So for each 6 he rolls on his regiment units, which is all infantry, you just auto wound. The thing is, a lot of vehicles and elite infantry have a good save, but I think I don't know what his meta is, but like I don't think it's gonna work. I think I saw firsthand combined arms does not work against custodies, because custodies have a 2-up save, and the amount of saves he got was good. Like I think my friend was only able to kill 1 or 2 models out of like 20 guys. 20 guys shooting into custodies, and only managed to kill 1 or 2, and then that's kind of just it. It's like, okay. And then the custodies player would charge in. Well, he did charge in, and he wiped the 20-man blob. So it's like, I don't know what you want from me. Like I told you like what I knew, and then he decided not to take it. Like when you have 60 models on the field and then you don't have a transport for them, imagine your other opponent, he's gonna shoot them off the board. Plus, it would be very, very hard to put them all in cover. That's my understanding as well. Like, I could be very wrong too. That's just like a counterpoint, right? I could be very, very wrong. This is my understanding about how I would build an Imperial Guards list. I am not an Imperial Guard player myself, right? But yeah, I don't play it, but I've seen my friend play it, and it is rough. Like, you have baseline infantry, and all they do is they're hitting on 4s, which is really bad. And then when you hit something higher, so lads guns have 3 strength, right? And most of the infantry have 4 or ups. So he's gonna be wounding on 5s a lot. And how many 5s are you gonna get out of 20 bodies? If they shoot twice, and then I don't know how. What's like hitting on 5s? You get what's 5? That's like a 30% chance to wound. So like, what's 30% out of like 40 shots basically? Like 12. Yeah, 12 shots make it wound, and then he saves it. Maybe like 3 shots go in. Like when is it? Save up 2. He has a 60% chance to save all of them. So yeah, that's like 3 shots or 4 shots go through every time. So that sucks. So, and then when you're trying to shoot up like from vehicles, your strength 3, and then vehicles are like double that, you're gonna be wounding on 6s, which is it's not ideal. Sucks painting 60 models. Yeah, it does suck. You know, you guys do remember I painted all those Kriegsmen, right? That sucked. That took me about 3 weeks to do at the bare minimum. I think you guys remember those streams. And then another thing I want to talk about is like, why the hell did okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but like last stream I did painting those 8-bound, somehow over time, okay, so it ended at 100 views, and then over the last week it almost went to 300. I don't know what the hell happened, but somehow people saw that live stream, and then it's like, how the hell are people finding this live stream? 2 plus is closer to 70%. Oh really? Okay. So yeah, 70%. So like 70% up 12, that's like 7 or 8. You saving 7 or 8 kind of, or is it 9? No, probably 9, and then 3 go through. And yeah, I need to figure out what the most stressful position a person in for 2 hours. But I'll try to catch a hail stream tomorrow. It's 83. Oh, 83? Okay, if it's 83, that's like roughly 2 or 3 wounds go through. And then custodies, I guess at some point they have a feel of no pain, so I think you're doing that 1 or 2 most. So you can do mass infantry is what I'm trying to say, but if they only have base las guns, yes, base blood for the blood gun. If they have base las guns, you're not gonna do a lot. By the time like your opponent is done chewing through your models, you have like only tanks left. So he can either target the tanks first or target all your infantry, either or, and then it's gonna be really tough after that. And then if your opponent charges you, like, he's gonna chew them up really good, especially if you're like a Space Marine player or like a very heavy, very heavy melee faction like I play, World Eaters. Speaking of that, favorite faction, hi Luca. My favorite faction so far I like to play in 40k are currently the World Eaters. I like the melee too much. Also, if you're talking to me about favorite factions, you must be well into 40k yourself. You gotta tell me what your favorite faction is, by the way. Where is that paint I'm looking for? There you are. This is it. Yeah, that's it. But also, bye Ermin, bye. Also, yeah, Halo stream tomorrow. I'm sorry that's kind of late, but I do work tomorrow, so I have to be quick about that. Okay, that's enough venting. That was very trivial, as you can understand. Very trivial venting. My favorite is guard. I'm so sorry, Luca. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm venting about guard, but like, I was like trying to critique this guy's guardless. Mind you, I'm not a guard player, so I absolutely know like next to nothing except helping my friend out with stuff. But I was just telling him, I was just telling this other guy, is like, when you run 60 Creek Infantry and have like only 2 options for anti-tank, you're gonna need a little bit more. And I think he was running too many bodies for combined arms. But you know what I could be wrong. So I think I would like your critique as well. Like the less what is it? The understanding of the list was he was running like 60 troops or so, 60 Kriegsmen, and then like 2 like Lehman Russ Vanquishers, and the rest of the list I don't really remember, which is kind of irrelevant at this point. But I would like your input as well. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm quite curious. He's also playing combined arms, which is, I think each regiment gets like lethal hits. Oh yeah, that's enough me talking for a little bit. Time to start painting all of these Jakhals. I have 20 of them. I don't know why I'm painting 20, but I just feel like it. You know what was also really funny? I got recommended a video for Evolve. I don't know if you guys know what Evolve is, but it's like a really old video game. Oh god, I don't know why I called it old. It's like from 2015, but it's like over 10 years old now. But yeah, it made me want to play it again. But the only thing is that the servers are kind of all dead. So I would be playing against bots. Also, I'm using a new... sorry, I gotta focus. I'm using a new paintbrush. Another $1 paintbrush. There we go. That's better. Did I scare everyone away from me venting? Dang. I didn't know I had that effect on me. I think I remember it. Oh, you do? It's like... It's kind of like... it's kind of like Dead by Daylight, kind of, but like... You're playing as a monster, or like the hunters. And it's like 4 hunters against 1 monster, and the hunter needs to get stronger in order to beat up the hunters. Yeah, it's old. I think you can't even get it anymore unless you already owned it. Yeah, that's the one like Left 4 Dead, but with evolving monsters. Yeah, yep, that's Evolve. That is Evolve. Honestly, last time I played it when the servers were up, it was pretty fun. I'm not really into hobbies, so I was stacking on infantry too, and I mainly vanquishers, so I was planning on buying some more vehicles. Oh, okay. You don't play a lot. Okay. Dang, I think your list was kind of the same too. Stacking on infantry, mainly have vanquishers. Okay, so people like the Lehman Russ Vanquishers, which is... I saw the okay, when he was showing me his list, I did not know what the vanquishers did, because all I saw was like 1 last cannon, but apparently the Vanquisher has a Vanquisher battle cannon, which looks really good. It's like 18 strength and then d6 plus like 6 damage. That is really good. It's just he did not tell me it. Also, it was the dead of night, so I just like saw the list from New Recruit, and I was like, okay, this is what I got going. So I tried. But yeah. I hope people don't take too offense to me by like me like venting about like stupid things, just like right now actually. But yeah, I guess for new people it would kind of suck. Oh, I did that too heavy. Oopsies. Maybe I should use that painting handle. This thing is like really small. There we go. That's better. What do you guys think? But yeah. I'm not normally like this for all you new people showing up. I'm usually pretty chill. Also, it's kind of bad as an option because it only has 1 attack and ballistic skill 5. It has ballistic skill 5? I thought it was 4. Wait, are you sure? I'm gonna paint a little now. Okay, no problem. People, when you usually come in here, they start painting. Dang, I didn't realize it was ballistic skill 5. Yeah, I think you need more options than if you just run 2 of them. You need... I think you need way more than 2, honestly, at that point. Like, guard shooting is good. Maybe change that. I said don't play a lot. Okay, that's okay. I appreciate your opinion. I'm just quite curious because, like I said, I don't play guard a lot, and I was trying to help this one guy, but it seems like he didn't kind of want it from my point of view. I don't know what his point of view is. It seemed like maybe from his point of view, I was kind of be condescending, but I'm trying not to be. Okay, I gotta look at this Leeming Rust Vanquisher. Sorry, it's like I started painting, and then like I started venting, and then this happens. Okay, let's take a look. Unfortunately, that website is down. Okay, let's take a look at Leeming Rust Vanquisher. That's not it. Leeming Rust Vanquisher. Oh, okay, yeah, it hits on the 4 up. But I guess if you don't move it, it hits on the 3 up. But the thing is, you only get 1 shot for the Vanquisher and the last cannon. So if that 1 shot does not make it, you're kind of screwed. And no problem, Go. No problem. I thank you for your insight. We love insight, especially in D&D. Insight so good in D&D. Actually, do you get insight in Pathfinder too? I don't remember. Yeah, but new paintbrush is good. I managed to use oil washes the other day. It was honestly like the greatest thing I've ever used. Like, holy, they changed. Like, imagine using acrylics but having like the wash like flow way better. It flows way better. Oh shoot, I put too much paint on this paintbrush. Oopsies. I overloaded it. That's really bad. That is really bad. Help me. Okay, just to wipe away the excess. And then, yeah. They're so nice. Hi, Idiotic Synergy. Yeah, they're so nice. Like, I was using it. It was like after like an hour, I wiped away the excess. Like, this is so much easier. Like, I think it has a longer drying period. So like, I waited about an hour, and then like I just wiped away with a makeup sponge, and it worked. I am doing good. I was just venting earlier about something really stupid, Idiotic Synergy. You just missed all of it. Yeah, it was very stupid. It's about the tabletop part of 40k, and yeah, it was dumb. I think it was just a me issue because I think I took it too personally. Remind me not to like take things too seriously when talking to people online, because like I think normally I think it's like a waste of time and I shouldn't care, but I just needed to because like I think I am. I don't think I'm always right, but if you like ignore, I don't know how to word it. When you're asking for advice, don't just like bash the other person for like trying to help you out. Like, if you don't want to take it, just say so. Yeah, oil takes a really long time to dry. We can wipe it after like 20 minutes. Really, 20 minutes? Okay. Yeah, I think the last time I used it yesterday, I just waited after like half an hour. Oh, thank you, Nicholas Injury. Yeah, it was okay. So I think the TLDR of it, I was trying to help this guy. Like, he was like it was a Discord server, right? And he was like, hey, what do you guys think of my list? And I was like, okay. Then I gave my advice, and it's like, okay. And then he just like flat out threw all the advice. It's like, okay, but I'm running combined arms. And then he said like something along the lines, it's like, I liked a lot of infantry because combined arms for guard is good. And then he had 1 transport for 60 or 70 guys. I was like, okay, you need more. And I was like, I don't know how you're gonna survive. All your infantry is gonna survive. So that's what I was thinking, because he had 60 like 3 20-man Krieg units, and I don't know how they were gonna survive on the board with no transport. And then he only had 2 anti-vehicle options, which were 2 Leeming Rust Vanquishers, which I said wasn't enough, because if you only had 2, if they both die, you're out of luck at that point. But he argued that with the volume of fire he has, he's gonna be able to kill stuff. But I argued, I was kind of thinking to myself, I think I stopped talking after that because it's like, this is a waste of time. But I thought to myself, it's like, if you think that large volume of fire is gonna work, it's not gonna work. Because one, the Creek infantry shooting is pretty bad, and then the amount of times you're gonna get lethal hits is rough. And the other fact is that, yeah, you also have to think about, are they gonna survive? 9 times out of 10 they're not. But yeah, that's just me. I don't play guard. I just gave him like basic like list building. It's like, when you want to build a list, you want like options for like capturing secondaries, which is he already had, which was Death Riders. You want some anti-vehicle options, anti-monster. He had only 2, so I was like, hey, maybe you should put more in. And then he had a lot of bodies on the field with like 1 transport. It was like, hey, maybe you should like add less bodies, because if you have a lot of bodies on the field, it's going to be really hard to move all of them. And the fact that they're going to get stuck behind each other, which is really awful. Yeah, that's true. Oh, shoot. I missed that. Yeah, no, it's okay. Hi, Sleepy. How you doing? How you doing? I was just venting. But yeah, real cool above all else. But you also have to make it functional too. Unless, yeah, you have to make it functional as well, is what I understand. Because if you don't make it functional, you're just gonna get angry with playing that list, and like you're gonna barely win unless you can really work with it. But yeah, I do agree. Idiotic injury, rule of cool. Oopsies. It wasn't done? Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah, I like to be open-minded. I'm sorry if there's like occasions where I'm not open-minded. Hence, I think people have recommended me some games to play and I've not taken it. I'm so sorry, but I think I'm very stubborn when it comes to playing streamer games, like hot games. 3 Locust Heavy Destroyers. That sounds funny. Like, if you can make it work, all the power to you. Yet you gotta head off. Bye, Seer. Bye, Seer. Have a great night or great day. Okay. But how are you doing, Sleepy? Wolfie, how you doing? Been painting up a storm lately? I think I did. I was actually painting yesterday, but I don't think I can show you what I painted. Unfortunately, I have to wait a little bit. And it's mainly due to the fact that, like, it's like something my boss gave me, and they're not for sale yet. So it would be unwise to show something he gave me, but they're not for sale. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything? Yeah. 3 squads with 3 heavy locust destroyers and 1 squad will be oops all miniguns. Honestly, I saw my friend do that and it worked. Like, you're probably using a destroyer attachment, right? Attachment. It works. I've seen it done. I'm not gonna argue against that one. I'll try to go for as long as I can. Also, it was really hot over the weekend. Like, I don't know where you guys live around the world, but like, hot for me is hot for me is roughly about like, I think like nearing the 30s. So I think it was like 28 or like 27 over the weekend. That's kind of hot for me. Mind you, Canadian. So like, I kind of guess you're used to cold weather, but like it was pretty hot. Yeah. It was pretty hot in the UK, really. I think it does get hotter in the UK though. You guys hit like 30s quite often, don't you? Dang, I think this is one of the reasons I use contrast, is for the sheer volume of units like this. I'm just painting these because I had them in the box unpainted and primed for like 3 months now, and I'm probably never gonna use more than one squad. I'm just using one squad for my games to hold the back line. UK is not designed for hot weather, is it not? What kind of? I don't know too much about the UK and like how they deal with hot weather. Is it kind of like fist fighting testimonies to keep messing up my order? Oh, testimonies, dang. I ordered one time from them because they had one of the holiday boxes for World Eaters, so I just jumped on it. I had added a Warsmith onto the order and added the Kravic Morn, which would have been cool if I wasn't eating a bitch from the Warsmiths for... Oh, so they switched it and I paid the bill. Ooh, that's rough. You know, speaking about that, Sleepy, I tried to order from a website and... Okay, so my first payment didn't go through, right? So I used a different card and it went through. But the thing is, they charged to both of my cards. So I think I have to either wait for the payment to clear up, so the payment query or the payment pending, and I should get the money back within like 10 business days. If I don't get that money back, customer service is gonna have a little chat with me. I had them add War Dogs to order as I had one in stock and wanted to pay the bill. Okay. So includes the cost of Kravic Morn. Oh, okay. You know, is very, very... I don't know how to word this, but like I know what you're talking about because I ordered from Minis, and the fact that we're both Canadian, so I think we tried to shop from the same websites all the time. How the hell did I paint 10 of these again? This is this is a lot of work. It's like 155 and some change. Dang. That's still a lot of money. And that is still quite a bit of money. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a boatload. Yeah, like I don't know. The system glitched up and it charged. So I used one credit card first, and I used the second one. It charged me. So one was unsuccessful, the other one was, and then it still charged me for both. So it's kind of upsetting. And I'm just waiting for them to fix it. Dang, we had similar... I guess we had the same problem with like them messing up at some point. So I think for me and you, Sleepy, is that we were charged more money than we thought, and now we'll talk to customer service kind of deal. Yeah, it's kind of stupid. I mean, no, it's really stupid. What am I saying? It's really, really stupid. Yeah, remind me not to talk about, like, I guess helping people online, random people online about list building, because if they don't want to change it, then that's like a them problem. And if they lose with it, then yeah, but more power to them if they can make it work, kind of deal. Like, if it works, then yeah, I guess I was in the wrong. Oh, then my friend, I was playing Dark Angels against my friends, Grey Knights, and he learned the power of Deathwing Knights. That was funny. I think what is it? For the Grey Knights, I think he had a Dread Knight Purgation Squad and a Purifier Squad. He shot everything into the Deathwing Knights, and then he charged everything into the Deathwing Knights, and I think he only killed 2 models. Yeah, that is that's not good. That is not good. How do you kill a Deathwing Knight? How the hell do you kill them? The sheer volume at that point. Yeah, I do have a couple friends coming. Sorry, I've been like busy with like work on top of like running Crusade games at my place because it has the most space apparently. That I have not been able to work on shorts, and also the fact that my friend he asked me to play games on Tabletop Simulator late at night, and I usually say yes because I want to play. So, with that being said, I guess there hasn't been like a time for me to actually work on shorts, which is very, very bad for you. Very, very bad. But I think you guys enjoy live streams a lot. But that is just my understanding. Alright, let's see how much we can get done today within... I have no idea actually how long I'm gonna do this for. Just as long as I can. Maybe I shouldn't wear a hoodie in the summer. Well, I guess it's not the summer, like late spring. Maybe I shouldn't wear a hoodie in the late spring, but that's fine. You know, one time, a couple times when I was in elementary school, I was like that weird kid that would wear like a winter jacket in the summer and was perfectly fine. But I guess when I get older, I cannot handle it anymore. There was something weird about me when I was a kid, that whereas I can wear winter jackets in the summer, and now I just can't. Hello. Hi, stop motion. Hi. How are you doing? How are you doing? I was just talking about some Warhammer games earlier, and like I was just talking about, I guess, helping a guy with list building, and it turned really bad, and from my perspective. But yeah, otherwise, just like other than that, it's pretty good. Also, you're pretty early. You usually show up a little bit later, but I guess it's okay right now. But yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, you're here, Submotion. You play games. I want an opinion, because you play a lot of like horde style armies. So I need an opinion about a list I was trying to critique, and I want to know whether, well, not whether I'm wrong. I just want to know, how do I word this correctly? If the list would work correctly, like if you were to critique a list, how would you like give him advice, kind of deal? Early, should I leave and come back? No, this, you're fine. I just want like an opinion, because like I was trying to critique this list and help this guy out, and he did not want any of it, and I was like, okay, that's okay. So yeah, I stopped trying to help him after that, but that's a me problem. But anyways, hit me. So basically, I'll give you the vague like list. So basically, he was running like 3 20-man Creek infantry, right? And then I don't know how many, I didn't mention the rest of this, but he was running a bunch of Creek infantry, like 60 models or something. And he only had 2 Lehman Russ Vanquishers. That was like the main part of the list that struck out to me. And I was like, how are you gonna deal with anti-tank when your tanks die? It's like, oh, I'm gonna shoot with sheer volume of like infantry, but like, yes, but when you're hitting upwards, when your strength is lower than their toughness, you're not gonna be hitting as often. And then I was telling him, well, not telling him, I was advising him. Let's word it differently. I was advising him that maybe he should cut down on the amount of infantry, because he was running 60. So I was trying to advise him. I was like, hey, maybe you should cut out 1. Well, on Kriegers, I think it was a basic loadout. He ran like, for each 20 man, you can run like 2 plasma guns and then 2 meltas, and then he had the meta packs and then the other attachments to it. I think he maxed out on it. That was what I understood. Also, it was very hard to understand what was in that list, because he pulled it from New Recruit, and it doesn't show you all the weapon options, unfortunately. But yeah, I didn't even, because when I was looking at his list, it didn't even tell me the Lehman Russes had a battle cannon, a Vanquisher battle cannon. Anything else? Let me take a look again. Because like, I think other people are in agreement that the sheer amount of infantry you have is good, because then you're just relying on sixes to wound stuff. Let's read it word for word. I just gotta scroll up. So, the sergeant had a plasma pistol, he had a chain sword, one with a meta pack, one with a voxcaster. Oh shoot, he only had one with a grenade launcher, 2 meltas, 1 plasma, and he had 3 20-man squads of that. And then they were attached to a command squad too. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yep. That was kind of just it. That was the main thing I saw. The only thing I was worried about with his list is that if your opponent has blast weapons, they might not survive, because he's running like command squad and everything. Command squad for each unit. No, for 2 units or so. Like 2 20-mans, and then I think he had 1. Yeah, let's see. Command squad, yard. Oh shoot, no, he was running a command squad for each unit. I missed that part. Yeah, so each 20-man blob had a command squad. So I'm just looking at the list again. So I guess it could be right. He could be right in running that list. It's just like how he would run it is like how well he would do with that list against other opponents. Anything else? Okay, I'll read it word for word. So 3 20-man Krieg units, and each of them have a command squad. He has a commissar with 10 combat engineers. He has a Lord Marshal Dreer with 10 riders. Right? And then he has an artillery team with the rocket launcher. Okay. Then he has 4 Krieg heavy weapons team with the stubbers. He has 1 Basilisk, 2 Lehman Russ Vanquishers, and 1 Centaur RSV. And I assume he's gonna put Commander Yorick and the 10 combat engineers into the transport. But that is the gist of his list. So you got 2 20-mans and 2 10-mans, and this is what so you can get more units to move. Yeah, that's another thing too. He could also do that. I think I did say he should run more transports too. He only had the 1. But yeah, that's a good opinion. Stop motion. You can split 1 20-man into a 10-man, and then you can move around a bit more. Because when you have that many units, it's gonna be really hard to move around your side of the map if everything gets like, what is this, stuck behind each other kind of deal. But yeah, I think I just gave my 1 word advice and just called it, because I didn't want to deal with that anymore. The guard isn't tanky, so having many small units is great to play. That's good. Never thought about it that way. You see, I don't play a lot of like horde style army, so I just gave the advice from what I knew about them, which is not that great, because I mainly play elite army, so like Space Marines kind of deal. Oopsies, that model fell off the board. Plus, he gets 2 remote mines instead of 1. True, yeah. 2 combat engineers is good. So that model fell off. I need to glue that back on. But yeah, 2 remote mines would be good. Or is it for each 5 he gets 1 in a 10-man? I don't know about that one. But the thing is, when you have 2 Kree combat engineer squads, you can only use the grenade strap once per phase. So he's only able to use that once. Unless I am very, very wrong about that. Okay, we will... Oops, that thing is not sitting on. I might have to super glue this on back on. But yeah, I like your opinion. I like your advice better than what my advice was. I just straight up told him he was running like a lot of infantry. I rarely do max out. I only play max out with specific units I want to do really killy. Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. This is why I have you stop motion. You are my go-to expert about horde players because a lot of my minus my one friend who plays guard. I think a lot of my friends play elite heavy less. Okay, I might need to grab super glue. Another one popped off. Wow, I did not glue on these guys very well onto the base. That's really sad. That's super, super sad. I'm so sorry it's blurry because I have it focused onto like this height. Grenades twice, but you can keep one engineer squad hitting for most of the game to be played later. True, very true. Oh yeah, they're changing it for next edition. But yeah, this guy was adamant about like not wanting to change his list after asking for advice, which really got to me. So I just like stopped after that. But yeah, it was like the thing that got me is like you ask for advice, but then like you don't want to change anything, which is the one part that got to me. But it could be that I also gave very bad advice too. That's also another thing. There's a lot of things that happen. That's okay. And that's okay. That should be enough venting for me. I need to stop. You guys, if I vent too much, you guys have to tell me to stop because it might get too much. But if this is like, if people think this is like, how do I say? Bare minimum? Yeah, I guess so. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. But yeah. It's okay. People need to try not to do it because it's like not a good thing to do if you're just doing it consistently. But if like it's like eating away at you, then like talk to a close buddy or just like you can't really keep it into yourself, can you? No. It will. Also, this banner boy is good. I don't know what he does for Jakhals, but he looks cool. I know I have like 3 of these ones, and I always forget what they do. It's fine. Like, I'm gonna play Ned's Vanguards later this week. The only max squad I have is 6. And then we're trying 10 deals. The rest is 15, so total 17 units in the army. Ooh. That is super elite heavy. I guess so that's kind of tough to play. Zoanthropes when there are 10 genes, the rest is 15. So total of 17 units. Ooh. Oh, 17 units. Oh, that's quite a bit. I guess you're running up a bunch of like Von Ryan's Leapers and Lictors too. Also, about your opinion about the Red Terror. What do you think about that one stop motion? I think it's very funny. And much more. Ooh, Swarmward Winged Hive Tyrant. I like the Hive Tyrants. Is it the one? That's the one that reduces a stratagem by 1 CP, right? That's pretty good. I like the rules for the Red Terror. It's very thematic. It's very funny. I like how I can just eat something and it's precision, so you could maybe kill a Space Marine captain if you roll max damage on it, which is also really funny. Like competitively, I'm not too sure about how the Red Terror could be used, but like for normal games with like your friends, it looks really funny. Ooh, there's a lot of this. How are you kind? I like the Red Terror, but I wish he had a fuel no pain at 6. I could probably tank a bit. Yeah, the only thing I saw, he's not that tanky. Like, I know he has 8 toughness and like 9 wounds, but I don't think that's very tanky. Is Nid Warp Talons. Ooh. Bum ba da bum. Oh, Warp Talons for the CSM, for the Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, I think only one of... No, my buddy runs... What does he run? He runs either Warp Talons or the other ones. Is it Dread Talons? One of them is different. Gonna hit you with my list now. Ooh. I think he usually posts them. Is it a new one? I don't think I've seen this one in particular, probably. Oh yeah, we did hit 200 subs. No, I said that last week. But yeah, so we hit 200 subs. So I'm kind of curious if I should do anything for or just like leave it as is kind of deal. Oh, it's very blurry. Oopsies. Maybe you should hold it a little bit lower. So this low should be good. And we'll just focus it like that. There we go. That is way better. The other one's at the Night Lord's kill team. Oh yeah, the night. What's that one? That's the new one. That is the one coming on pre-order this week, I guess. Yeah, pre-order alone. I can't remember anymore, but they're releasing that box again. You're correct, Luca. Warp Talons and Raptor. Is that the shoot? What is it? It's the Murder Wing. It's called Murder Wing. That's what it's called. The Murder Wing. That one is really cool. I wanted to get a box of that, but then it sold out. I was very upset. That would have been my kill team for kill team, but then all my friends got out of kill team, so I guess it was a good thing I didn't buy it. But I did buy the Goremongers for the sake of my World Eaters team. And it's doing good, and my World Eaters list is very good. Swarmwort, Death Leaper, Parasite, Mortrex, Neurotype with 6 zone, Lord 10 Gene Stealers, 2 Winged Primes, Winged Hive Tyrant, 2 X, Termagants, 11 Neurogons, Biovores, and Lictors. I got it and don't even remember how. 3 of them, Psychophage, Trigon, Exocrine. Ooh, it's very, very thematic. And you probably already know how to pilot that list, so I won't say anything about that as well. It seems you have a lot of... Yeah, hold on. Yeah, you have a lot of... Well, I guess if you want to say a lot of tanky units already. You got the Winged Hive Tyrant, you got the Swarm War, you got the Exocrine, you got the Trigon. Yeah. What are the two... Are the 2 primes attached to anything? I don't know what they can attach to anymore. Is it just like gargoyles and whatnot, and then the warriors, and that's all they can attach to? Or am I wrong about that one? Yeah, I don't understand what the role of the Tyranid primes are. The 2 primes gargoyle. Oh, I see. So they're just meant to you throw them as like missiles, and that's it. Okay, that makes more sense then. My stealth nids are my favorites, so playing Vanguard. Let's go. The stealth nids sound like a lot of fun, because how many things did Vanguard deploy? Quite a bit of them, don't they? Wait, I gotta look at your list again. What else did you have? Ooh, yeah, you got a Lictor too. I like the Biovore. The Biovore is really cool. But I do like your list. It's very flavorful so far. I've never played with an Exocrine before, so all I know is that it works pretty well. They will act as cleanup, objective holding, plus synapse reinforce. Oh, so you just have them as like a threat range. So anything that enters within their bubble, you can just move them up and then charge your opponent. I see. My friend told me that about Angron. It's like, hey, he said it's like you should keep Angron as like a defensive piece, because anything that enters within 14 inches of Angron is basically within threat range of him, kind of deal. So that kind of makes sense what you're doing with your primes. Shoot spore mines everywhere. Hell yeah, the spore mines. The mortal wounds are good. But I'm surprised. I can't remember what the difference between a lictor and a neurolictor is. Does a neurolictor give +1 to wound, right? If you battle shock them? That's what I remember. I don't know what the lictor does. So I can drop down kill. Ooh. Oh wait, do the neurolictors, do they get deep strike, or are you putting them in strategic reserves kind of deal? I don't remember if they get deep strike or not. Okay, that one. This one looks good. Yep. Got most of it. But less tanky neurolictors, more support roll. Oh, I see. So you want to kill with the lictor. Okay, I get it now. So you're not using this neurolictor for support. I get it now. I get it. I like the Death Leaper. When I was using it, all I did was sit it on my home objective. Anything that came on it, I usually just used him to like just kill everything. But yeah, that army is gone. I no longer own that one. I don't know what I'm doing myself, trying to paint this army again. Trying to paint up Jakhals again. But I am not running out of things to paint. It's just that I need to look up painting recipes for other stuff, which I haven't done yet. But I think after I'm done with these Jakhals, I think I might work on my Iron Warrior themes, Chaos Race Marines. You run out the zones in reserve, so about 700 will be deep striking, sitting on the board. Oh, yep, that's good. That makes sense. That is very, very good. Dang. Having rapid ingress of 2 units is quite good. That is very, very good. Rapid ingress is very, very strong. Also, I tried out your recommendations for my World Eaters stop motion. I played against my Ultramarines friend, and it worked out pretty well. So the only thing that sucked is I deep struck maybe like 2 or 3 units, right? I deep struck the 8 bound. I deep struck the Exalted 8 bound with the Slaughter bound. And I deep struck 2 units. And you know what happened? I had 3 units within charging distance, and guess what happened? I didn't get any of the charges, and it sucked. I literally got nothing out of 3 charges, and they were like less than 9-inch charges too. They were like at most 6. Sorry, you're right. I deep struck 2, so that's at least 9 inches. But one of them was like 6 inches away, and I failed that one. You have to feel they are dead. Well, one of them wasn't dead, fortunately. One of them was not dead, because I had multiple threats on the board at that point. So I threatened the board, the center point, with Angron, 8 bound, another unit of 8 bound. So there was like 2 8 bound units, and there was Exalted 8 bound units. So there's like 4 threats he had to deal with, and he had to choose a couple of them. So that was what I was trying to go for with the minimum size squad for 8 bound. He had to choose which ones to shoot. And I think he just shot everything into Angron, and it was so funny. It was so funny. I'm sorry, stop motion to cut you off for a little bit. But Angron got the explosion off. There were at least like 6 different units within it. And the funniest thing was, he has Deadly Demise D6, and I had my Exalted 8 bound unit within range. And so I rolled a 6 on my Exalted 8 bound unit, and all like I think 2 of them died. And then the rest of the damage went on to, I think, at least 5 units for my friend. But it was really funny how Deadly Demise did most of the damage that Angron was doing to at least 5 or 6 different units. That was a funny one too. Having 2 dead, that hurts. Yeah, it really hurt. But my Slaughterbound killed, I think, his Blade Guard and Impulsor, so it was a good trade-off. My Wing Type Sway is stealth and always treated in cover. Yeah, giving that stealth is good. Getting the +1 to save. What's his normal armor save? It's a 3-up, right? So getting a 2-up is really, really good for something that big. Yeah, this is... How many more do I have to do? Oh, yeah, I got a lot. Oopsies. I got a lot of them. 2 saving for Invon. Yeah, that's like a Custody save. So he's really chunky at that point. Super, super chunky. Okay, I think these ones are good. Hopefully, I can actually put them onto the painting handle. And hopefully they don't snap off. Good. Good. I think we're gonna spend at least 2 hours doing this, so this kind of sucks. But that's okay. But yeah, I painted up some other stuff from my workplace, but I can't show you them because they're not for sale yet. But they're all done. Use my Trigon and winged Titan swinging pieces. 12-inch move with advancing charge is crazy good. I wish the World Eaters had that. They don't have advancing charge anymore. You know who they gave that to on the Chaos Space Marine side of things? They gave that to the Emperor's Children. So yeah, they gave everything good that was on the World Eaters to the Emperor's Children. That makes me very, very sad. That makes me insanely sad. Without any 2 engagements and everything has fallback in charge. Dang. Is that just like the detachment ability is fallback in charge? And advance in charge? That seems really good. Is why I love Vanguard. Yeah, everyone loves advance in charge. I would have loved it too if they kept it on the World Eaters, but they didn't. They got more movement and because of that change. I think everything got 2-inch movements. But the advance in charge was a super good. But yeah, everyone has to play the World Eaters a little bit differently now. But yeah, I did play a Crusade game. That was fun. We tied it up. My Dark Angels versus my friends Grey Knights. Fallback or everything plus the Death Leaper can be Warlord. Yeah, the Death Leaper can be Warlord. Isn't that the one that's like really tough to kill too? Because what does it have? It has like stealth and whatnot. It has infiltrators. It has fight first, I believe, right? It has fight first, and it has a 4-up Fuel No Pain. No, sorry, a 4-up Invuln. For how many points is it? Like 100 and something, 120? I don't even remember anymore, but it was like dirt cheap to run that thing. Or is it 90 points to run a Death Leaper? But it's always a good time talking to you guys, especially like just nerding out about the tabletop. I think I tried to talk about tabletop to other people, and sometimes they don't. They just paint the minis for fun. So, but I prefer tabletop a lot. Just like the prime with Lash Whips, he isn't as good as the Winged and Vanguard. He gives the Warrior Squad advance in charge. Oh, what does the one that Creeper's 80 points? Okay, I was way off then. I was way off. I thought he was 90. I guess they changed it. But yeah, for what they give him is pretty good. What does the one with the Lash Whip do? I can't remember. It does something differently, but I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I might paint these off stream too. This is already a lot of work. It reminds me of that those last couple of weeks I was painting Kriegsman, and I think I was ripping my hair out at that point. But yeah, I think I have my list settled for that tournament, and I have to thank you, Stop Motion, for that tip about attaching the slaughter round to the 8-bound and then running, I guess, minimum size squads for the 8-bound. Use Surge move. Oh, Surge move. Yes, they give him Surge. I think they're going to be streamlining Surge, hopefully, for the next edition. Because a lot of units have it. Like you mentioned, the Tyranid Primal Latch Whip has it. I can give it. World Eaters have it. The Victrix Honor Guard have it. And then I think another thing has it. I can't remember what though. But a couple more units have it. So I think they're gonna make it a basic, give it like a keyword or something. I also want new stuff for the world. Actually, I have another question for you, Stop Motion. What do you think if I get like Corn Demons for World Eaters? Would you think that's gonna be funny to run? Since you need to be shot. Yeah, you have to be shot, and you have to actually, for World Eaters, you have to actually lose a model. So, yeah. I think you and I play very differently, because my lists don't have a lot of shooting, and it seems like... Actually, no, your list has a couple. But I think you're relying heavily on melee for your majority of your damage. And everything else is like a support piece. I'll have Surge. Oh yeah, I forgot. Carnifexes do have that. You do. I do forget about that. But I think the only reason I forget about Carnifexes having Surge is that majority of mine die all the time. Because what do they have? They have like 9 toughness, I think, and 9 wounds. So I don't think they're that tanky. They might be axed. Oh no, I mean not like the Chaos Demons. I meant just like the corn demons for World Eaters kind of deal. I'm not running like multi demons from like all 4 Chaos Gods. I'm just saying like corn demons for World Eaters kind of deal. Yeah, so I was just thinking about getting them to paint and maybe potentially running like a fun list with them. I was just thinking like maybe like 1 Bloodthirster and then two 10-man units of Bloodletters, and just see how that works for the time being. And then if I want to heavily get invested, I might get Scarbrand. Because apparently Scarbrand is the only Warhammer. Yeah, Warhammer can work. I love Poyon's Proxy Demons. Oh, you do? You love to play on Proxy Demons? Which one is that? It's like Tycho, the Child of Chaos kind of deal? Warhammer. Yes, Nightmare. Warhammer. They can get rid of pure demons over my dead body. G-dub's too close to me to risk that heresy. Yeah. Yeah, the Poyon stuff is really cool. When I was looking at them, I just realized the Tycho Child of Chaos thing is like as big as a Demon Prince. It's big. I thought it would be smaller, but no, it's pretty big. Papa Nurgle is joyful with this. No, all of them, they look so good. Have me thinking of going to demons. Demons are very cool. I think I'm kind of basic though, where I would just like run them alongside, like, for example, I would run them alongside like their respective Space Marine Legion. So I would be running like Zeech Demons alongside with Thousand Suns, or like Corn Demon King alongside World Eaters. I don't think I'm the type of person to mix and match for the Chaos Demons. I mean, how are you doing, Nightmare? How you doing? Yeah, I think the only other demon I have is kind of just like Be'lakor. But Be'lakor, I'm running for Age of Sigmar. So, yeah, my Be'lakor is only for Age of Sigmar games. And actually, I could technically run him maybe with like the Chaos Chaos Space Marines, but I don't think it would fit that well. Yes, all these Jackals are gonna take a long time. Maybe like, if it took as long as those bowmen, probably like, how many days am I thinking? Maybe at least like a week or two. When I'm kit bashing a Baneblade for my Death Guard. Ooh, nice. What are you kit bashing your Baneblade? What are you proxying for it? Are you proxying it for like a plague crawler or something? Yeah. If you enjoy me painting, then I'm very happy to hear that. I think people typically, when they watch me stream, I think they usually hobby alongside too. So there are sometimes I ask people what are they doing, and most of the time they're also hobbying with me. But yeah, it's always interesting to see how people got into the hobby and what they like to do, because majority of the time it seems like a lot of people like the painting aspect of it, whereas I do like the painting aspect of it, but I think I like playing a little bit more. You made me want to resume painting. Ooh, it's interesting. More like the file or living metal. You want to resume painting? Ooh, I'm very happy to hear that. Very, very happy to hear that. Yeah, I don't know. I think like with you, Luca, I think someone else I got into Warhammer. I don't know how, but I guess from the streams they watched me in, I think they got into it. I don't think I have that effect on people, but it seems so. Because I don't know. It's very strange. I think another analogy is that I got a bunch of friends to play Warhammer 2. I don't know how I convinced them to play it, but somehow I did. And now like our small group of like 3 Warhammer players came back to like 8 people playing. So I somehow got like 5 more people to play. So I don't know how the hell that happened. And then yesterday, someone painted their Blade Champion for Custodes. Never underestimate the power of Noodle. I guess I have that thing about me. I guess charisma. And I liked it so much. Oh, so it wasn't me. I see. Honestly, the Baneblade is like super cool looking, so I can't blame you. I'm gonna have a funny habit about throwing a 10,000 Nurglings at all my bases for my 3k Death Guard army. You should do it. You should do it. Like that's like super cool, by the way. It's like the same it's like if an orc person did it and just add a bunch of squig models to their bases, you know? It's like it's the same feeling. Okay. Ooh, this one is different than the ones I did. This Jackal leader. All the more power to you. Every model in my army has at least 3 Nurglings on it. Yes, you should add more. You know, I think I saw... Oh, it was kind of disgusting though. No offense to Death Guard players, but it was like a Death Guard army. And I think it was showcased on PlayOn. It was a long time ago, by the way. But it was like... I think for every of the bases, he had like maggots on it. Like I don't know what it was. It was like 3D printed maggots on it. It was like hundreds of magnets on those bases. It was... I could not like I'm okay with it. I think if I saw that in real life, I wouldn't be able to pick it up. Like the amount of maggots on those bases was like unseen. It was literally Lord of the Flies. That's not an understatement. It was literally Lord of the Flies. Painting my custom exocrine. I got the medium Leviathan box a year ago, so kept bash the Psychophage and the exocrine. Ooh. I think they're roughly the same size, so why not? That's very, very nice. Also, yeah, I'm just looking at the Space Marine side of the Armageddon box. There's a small chance I may get it depending on whether or not some friends want the orc side. If they want the orc side, I think I will like actually go on with it, even though I need to stop buying Space Marines. Base size the same. Really, it's the same size. I am starting my second army of Space Maids. Let's go. We love the Space Maids. You doing girly pop Space Marines? Yeah, one. Yeah, I think they're. You know what's also really funny? I think out of all the people that I know, I think only me and another person actually play Space Marines mostly. But I think I need to get out of it because the only type of Space Marines I like are the divergent like chapters, like specifically Dark Angels and Blood Angels, because they got cool looking unique units. If I was playing a Codex compliant Space Marine, I think I find them very boring because the only kind of unique units they have are basically like the characters kind of deal. I just think they look too clean. The models look too clean. They're very, very basic. Ooh, very Space Maids level. Ooh. Space Maids. The girly pop Space Marines. There was at least one other streamer I know that painted a Centurion girly pop style. And if you know who I'm talking about, then good for you. If you don't know, don't worry about it. Space Maids army. Only problem for me is like sculpt them so much that model takes a month. Ooh, yeah, that sounds like. I mean, I think you could do it because how many Space Marine models would you technically be running? There's probably a lot less than Tyranids. Like significantly less than Tyranids, but yeah. Yeah. I think I might jump on the Corn Demon King from World Eaters. But if I use the Corn Demons, I have to use the Corn Demon King detachment because you can't use any other detachment with them, which is bad. Oh, I forgot to show you my example. This is my example of a Jackal. If I can focus it. But yeah, that's what it's gonna look like in the end. So very, very basic. Very, very basic. Because I'm painting about 20 of them. So they're gonna be like at this point. But yeah. Oh, who messaged me? Oh, no messages. Nothing. Okay. But yeah, it would. I think World Eaters are becoming my one of my favorite armies nowadays. Like they do play similarly to Blood Angels in a way, in that they're both melee, but I think I like the aesthetics a little bit more than the Blood Angels. Like, don't get me wrong, the angelic aesthetics of the Blood Angels is good, but I think there's something wrong with me when I like the complete edgelords a lot more. I don't know, there's something wrong with me when I like the edgelords a lot more than the normal Space Marines. Normal Space Marines look very, very clean compared to World Eaters. Also, I have a question again. Like 10 intercessors, 10 assault intercessors, 6 aggressors, a captain, kit bash line, a rhino, impulsor line raider, 10 terminis, a termini captain. Ooh, that's pretty balanced list, by the way. Yo, you got veterans too. That's true. Okay, veteran. I was gonna say, where's your deep strike kind of deal, but you already have that. And then I'm currently running attachment to a deck card that lets me play demons, and wonder why Rodriguez got nerfed. I don't know what Rodriguez does, but that sounds really bad. I don't even know what the Nurgle demon detachment does, but that feels bad when they nerf like a good like a epic character. Maybe he was just too good to begin with. Moving as cats with dual power fist weapons comics. Who, you know, I had an idea for like a a unique theme for an army, but I don't know if it would actually work. Do you guys know Avatar: The Last Airbender or Legend of Korra kind of deal? Please tell me you guys do. Please tell me you guys know what those cartoons are. And hopefully I'm not the only one who had the same idea. But yeah, I just had like an idea for like for a theme. But I'm not too sure if it would work. Ragus is epic hero for Demons of Nurgle, but more psyker-ish. Grenade launchers be toasters firing burnt that's funny. That's funny. One of my friends really likes the aggressors, but he runs Marnie's Calgar with the aggressors, so he will get lethal wounds and sustains. And that's pretty disgusting already. I think he ran half with Fragstorm launchers and the half with the Gatling guns, whatever it was called. And it worked. But yeah, you know the avatars? Yeah. Okay, so someone knows. Okay, so my idea, if I it sounds like a lot of work, by the way. My idea is that with Avatar: The Last Airbender, you would play an Eldari list, and with each aspect warrior, right? I don't know, Fire Drakes and then all the Dark Reapers and whatnot. You would probably like hit bash them as like different benders or something. So like the Fire Drakes could be like firebenders, the Dark Reapers could be like some other benders, and then the Avatar Arcane could be like the Avatar. But yeah, that's my understanding of what it would be. You have Apothecary getting lethal hits and enhancement to give like Apothecary sustain hits 1 and Marnie's stat spell. See, I was just talking about you, by the way, Lemon. I was literally just talking about you. Every time I talk about you, you just show up. I guess you're just lurking a lot, huh? I see how it is. And then I was just talking about like Avatar themed art, like Kit Bash for. It's actually just chance. No, there's no way. You can't just say it. Every time I talk about you, you have showed up. There's no way it's just chance. I don't believe you. I do not believe you for a second. But I was talking about like an Avatar, The Last Airbender themed like craft world list. Each aspect warrior's different bender, and then each of the the aspect warriors are like Toph, Zuko, and whatnot, and whatever the hell you want. And then the Avatar Kane could be Aang or Korra, depending what you want. And then for the Wraith Knight, could be that big giant mech in Legend of Korra. I don't know what it's called, but that big one. And then the Wraith Knight could be the smaller one. When we speak about the trolls, or the English one, speak of the devil. Oh yeah, speak of the devil. Yes, that is right. But yeah. Yo, you got this. What's up, Sagbag? I hope I got this. There's like 20 of these tiny little guys. Are you painting anything, Stagbag? Also, you do say that a lot when you come in here. I just realized that. You just say that a lot when you come into chat. I do greatly appreciate it. I do got this, hopefully. I do usually try to finish up everything. I think the only thing I haven't finished so far, and it's only halfway painted, is my Sanguinor. I think I painted on the gold and then gave up. Because I'm not playing Blood Angels that much right now, so I don't think there's a chance for him to be played. Maybe in a new edition. It really depends. Because I do not think I have a good list for my Blood Angels at the moment. Well, the only thing I have is like a bunch of characters, and that's it. All the models I have got paint on them. Let's go Stagbag. That's a lot of work, by the way. And then I just bought like 2 new armies, so I need to paint a lot. And here I am painting Jakhals, which I'm probably not going to be using for my World Eaters, but might as well just paint them all. I think after this flesh tone, I'm going to take a little break. And then we will probably resume a little bit later. Like 5 minutes or so. Also, I forgot I have like soda near me. I literally got like a can of Coke and I forgot to crack it open. How many more is there? Oh, there's only 3 more I need to color the flesh tone. That's good. Oh, shoot. I do remember what I need to do. I totally forgot to pick up a model from that hobby store, so I gotta go pick it up again. There's one model I forgot to pick up at that nearby hobby store. So when my friend gets his pre-order and when he needs the lift, I gotta go there as well. So I have a reason to go back to the hobby store. Which one? Is this like a character for Space Marines or something? I can't remember what it was called. That's okay though. But it was there. It was there. Okay, yeah, this new paintbrush is good. I think I used my normal paintbrush. I think it's the #1. Yeah, my other #1 paintbrush for oil paint. So that thing is already destroyed. So that one's gonna be consistently used for oil washes, and then this one I'm using in my hand is gonna be used for basic painting. So that is good. Okay, how many more flesh tones do I have to do? Oh yeah, I literally just said 3. So yeah. But yeah, I think I need to go all in onto World Eaters because they're probably the most fun I had with the 40k army in quite a while. My first army I really like to play was 1,000 Suns, but like I think I'm not a big fan of shooting heavy armies because when they get charged, then they kind of just suck. On the mass sculpting, I don't need, but characters for my space marines, I can just use basic infantry and just get bash them. Exactly. I just like the look of the special characters because they got a lot going. Also, I'm very basic. I am very basic when it comes to building and painting characters because I like the vanilla color scheme quite a bit, except for like I think certain ones, which was the Tyranids, where I did High Fleet Behemoth. But I think the thing that when I do the basic color scheme, I think I would say I do a pretty okay job at painting. So yeah, I think that's like the trade-off. I'm so glad I'm doing contrast paints for these. Like holy, if I did base paint and wash, it would take probably like twice as long to do all of this. Because I would add 2 thin coats, add the wash, and then yeah, it's like way extra time. The only official chapter I like are Crimson Fist. I don't know too much about the Crimson Fist. I know was it Pedro Cantor is pretty cool, but he does not have a model anymore. I believe I think the model got sold out or it's really outdated. Okay, this is flesh tone. Oh god, there's so many more to do. So many more things. I think I'm gonna do the black paint after that. So okay, this one's not gonna fit on. I just realized it's on a 40mm base. This one is a big boy. Yeah, this one's big. Yeah, you know what I actually noticed is that whenever I see other people paint Warhammer stuff, it's usually, I think every time I pop in, it's like 1 or like 5 models or something like that. I don't think a lot of people actually try to paint 20 at once. I think, do you guys think I'm crazy trying to paint 20 models all at once or what? Am I just like weird about it? Where the old poster boys for Space Marines are learned and their home planet, which is gone, was a world that was destroyed by orcs. Santor is just epic. I don't what he does. I don't know what he does, but he looks very cool for a Space Marine character. Yeah, every time I look in the miniatures and models, it's a lot of Gundam. I think very seldomly when you do look in Warhammer into miniatures and models is like maybe only a couple of people actually doing Warhammer. Whereas you look in the Warhammer channel, there's not a lot usually going on. I could be very wrong because I think I checked it today. There was quite a people doing Warhammer stuff, but I think it was just mainly just like talking about Warhammer stuff and not per se painting. But you know what? That is a-okay. Are you new to 40k? No, I am not new to 40k. But hello Sam. Hello Sam, how you doing? No, you aren't weird. I'm weird. I paint like 7 models at a time. 7? Dang. That's like more than what other people can do. But since you are here, Sam, you gotta tell me if you play 40k, and if so, you gotta tell me what faction you like to play or whatnot, or what you collect. Yeah. You gotta tell me what faction you like to collect right now. You can have a favorite Space Marine Legion. After all, you can make your own. Yeah, you can make your own. There's a lot of people out there that don't like, what is it? Don't like the named characters within the universe. They're on the fence on make your own guys kind of deal, right? It's like make the story yours. There are a lot of people like that. One of my friends is like that. Tyranids Homebrew Sirens. Hey, there's another Tyranid player for you. Stop motion right there. There's another Tyranid player. I like to post minis when I'm done with the paint job, and I haven't been painting lately. Yeah, there's a lot of people who you know they want to take a big break. Like I think there are some occasions where I paint a lot, and then I just stop because I got burnt out for a little bit, so I take a big break. I think the biggest break I took was maybe about 3 months. I didn't paint anything. Yeah, 3 months I didn't paint anything, and then I got back into it, and then now I just paint for stream. Get over here. Yeah, get over here. The Mortal Kombat thing from Scorpion. I collect I make them custom craft worlds myself with colors, but I still paint aspect warriors and characters how they normally are. Really? Okay. Yeah, I like to do that too. When I see people paint them a different color, I just think of it as like, oh, it's like a leak skin. It's like different colors, like Magnus and the volcano themes or something. Magnus on the ice world or whatever. You're working on 500 points World Eaters on the side? Hell yeah. We got another World Eaters enjoyer too? Dang. Think about, yeah, I just usually, when people painted different color scheme, it's like, oh, that's the League skin. League of Legends skin. But normally people don't know what League of Legends is, but that's okay. It's like, oh, Marnie's Calgar and Girly Pop skin? Let's go. Brute Gilman and Girly Pop? Yes. I don't know what you would do for 500 points in World Eaters. That's the thing I do not know. I'm trying to think. So my guess is like you would run 1 leader, I think a Masters of Execution or a Lord on Juggernaut, and then a unit of Corn Berserkers, and then I guess like what is it? I guess like an 8-down unit. That's all I got going. That is roughly about. Do you plan to get the 11th edition box? No, I don't think so. Actually, only if one of my friends wants to get the orc half, because I don't want the orc half. So if one of my friends plan on getting the orc half, I would probably help them out by getting the Space Marine half. Even though I kind of don't like the majority of it. I only like the characters within it. Because a Spirit Seer can be in my craft world colors, and I can do stuff with Avatar Arcane. But like it's in Fugi would be original color scheme. Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, I have no plans to get the 11th edition launch box. But unless one of my friends wants to get the orc half, then maybe I would probably get it. But for the most part, it's leaning towards no. Because I don't collect orcs or space marines. Oh, I see. But it's like a nice start if you want to collect orcs or space marines, right? Like if you ever wanted to collect something new, there's your chance right there, Stag. You can collect easily 1,000 points of space marines or 1,000 points of orcs right then and there. But you know what? Usually when they do launch boxes, there's usually a second wave. So I think for 10th edition and 9th edition, they had the same thing, right? They had like the second half of the Tyranid, which was included the Northern Emissary, and they had the second half of the Space Marines, which included, I actually don't remember what they included, but it was something. Okay, for logic, don't collect orcs, don't play Space Marines, so Space Marine side is meh. Okay, everyone thinks the Space Marine side is meh, and I wholeheartedly believe so. It is very meh, minus like the chaplain and then like a couple characters. Well, yeah. Black Sentinels versus the Gold Tooth Horde. Yes, the Gold Tooth. Also, the Gold Tooth is like, what is it? Is it? No, not Evil Sons. It's the Bad Moons. The Bad Moons are yellow ones. I couldn't tell you what the Black Sentinels are, but that sounds like a successor chapter for something. Okay, yeah, I need to shoot. Yeah, I got the paint up at the root, so I actually have to use the soap for this. Usually I do. Okay, yeah, gotta be careful doing that. Getting paint at the root of the brush. But I think it's time to crack open a cold one. Well, it's not cold anymore, unfortunately, but that's fine. You stand the hell that Iraqis are heavy bolters. Okay, I am in agreement with you, stop motion, that they kind of suck on concept. Like, I don't know what the rules are, but why the hell would people want Eradicators or heavy bolters? There is the option, but heavy bolters are what, like 5 strength 2 damage apiece with the teeth. But by the sounds of it, these kids have got only the shiniest of goblins. I don't know how to do a Cockney accent that well, so please forgive me. Blade 1 flash. Do I want a lighter skin tone or do I want a darker one? Favorite Dreadnought design? Ooh, the Leviathan. Oh, the Brutalis Dreadnought? Nice. I like the... Ooh. Do Contemptor Dreadnoughts count too? Or do you mean like the new ones? Because they're... Oh, that one. The one with a lot of guns. I like the Contemptor Dreads. They're very thematic. But if you're talking about like... I guess the more modern ones like the Redemptor, the Brutalis, and the what is it? Ballistus Dreadnought. I like the Brutalis out of those three. But if we're talking overall, I like the Contemptor Dreadnoughts. I have a 1,000 Suns themed one. I should actually use that as a Hellbrute, actually. That's what I totally forgot about that. I should use that Contemptor Dreadnought as a Hellbrute. Okay, now I can open this. The Doritos Dreadnought. Yes, the Doritos Dreadnought. You're correct. cool. Yeah, sorry. I need to get this lid open. Oopsies. There we go. And then... Oh god, it's lost skin tone still. Okay, that's okay. 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 Do you mean Leviathan Dread or Leviathan Box Dread? Oh yeah, there's two. There's a Leviathan Dreadnought, which is the bulky one. And then there's the... What's it called? Yeah, the Ballistus Dreadnought. You're correct. Oh, the box knot? I don't think anyone likes those anymore. So... Okay. You know what really sucks? I was looking at the Grey Knights Combat Patrol and it comes with the box knot, and my friends looking at that, it was like, I would never ever get to play with this because it sucks. And the rules do suck for the box dreadnought. It's absolutely horrible. Leviathan Dread with cannon and claw. Oh, you do mean the Leviathan Dread, yes. You do. You can have that as a load up as sick. I don't know if you can. I don't play Horus Heresy, so I couldn't tell you otherwise. We're eaten but the Nids. Nids have dreadnoughts? Wait, I still like the box knot. Oh, sorry. I'm not one of the older people who like the box knot. I am a newer person who got into the hobby. By newer, I guess you mean like during 8th edition, but yeah. Okay, let's try to... Okay, yeah, it's gonna take a long time. Oh, I should have done this on the 8th bound. This works too. This is gonna take a very long time to add all of these highlights. I guess you can call it highlights if you really want to. That's too much paint. I need just a little bit. Add very little onto it. Sorry, my nom cracking up a can of food. Oh, dang, cracking open a dreadnought with a current effects, probably, right? Yeah, I should have absolutely done it this way. I messed up with my 8th bound again. But that's okay. I don't want to fix them. I already messed up on them. Everyone gets the same skin tone. How long have you been in 40k? I've been in the hobby since 2019. Near the end of 8th edition, probably. That's how long I've been in the hobby for. So probably since 2020. So I guess you can say that's a long time. But when you compare it to old people, then they got like 20 years on me. So I still consider myself new compared to the old people. But it's just too goofy. Yeah, 9th edition was goofy. All the rules, it was so rules bloated. I'm so sorry, but like that edition had like the biggest rules bloat ever. But yeah, my first army I ever picked up were the Blood Angels, but then when I was playing them, I found out that they were super squishy, so I wanted something a little bit tankier. But then, for some odd reason, I picked Tyranids, and they weren't tankier by like a large margin. But then afterwards, I picked Thousand Suns, and they're like, yeah, these guys work. And how's my heart? Hell yeah! In 2015, Age of Sigmar had just come out, and it was everywhere. So I think into 40k, I went it off a year or two after that. Oh, I see. Okay. I do also play Age of Sigmar, so if you have want to ask me about Age of Sigmar, you can. I play both of them, but I do play 40k a lot more than Sigmar. 40k is so goated. My friend, okay, let me slow down. I'm literally really happy that all my friends who I got into 40k, like within the past like couple months due to playing Crusade, they all love the game, and it's really heartwarming to have them play it. Because I know it's a lot of money. I literally had one friend spend $500 within a week. I was kind of worried for him. But yeah, I was kind of worried for him because he spent like $500 within a week for Warhammer models. And the other sad thing is that he wants me to paint them, but I'm probably gonna charge him more money for that. But he said also not for a while. But it's very heartwarming to hear them really like the game. I would do Sons of Behemoth. Sons of Behemoth are so cool. They're so cool. I love them, but to build something like that takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. I tried building a Chaos Knight and it took me 3 hours. So using that analogy from a Chaos Knight, I would also assume that a Sons of Behemoth Gargan, a Mega Gargan, would roughly take about the same time. And I don't know if I would ever build a Sons of Behemoth army. It would take a lot of work to do, but they're also very fun. I played them on Tabletop Simulator, and having the Kraken Eater... Having the Kraken Eater... The Kraken Eater kick the objective 3 inches forward is super funny. Took me a week to finish it. Dang, that is... Honestly, that's fair. That thing is a lot of work. It's reaching midnight for me, so I'll be calling it quits. Ooh. Yeah, keep your schedule. Don't like mess that up, by the way. But have a good one, Stop Motion. Thanks for stopping by again. I always appreciate you stopping by and sharing your knowledge about tabletop, because you are probably one of the more knowledgeable guys that know about tabletop stuff around here. I need to eventually... Oh, yeah. I did not magnetize my Chaos Knight because that was probably the only Chaos Knight purchase I will ever do. And I will only probably use it once or twice in the game. There we go. Good night, Stop Motion. Good night, good night. I wish I can stay up later than I usually do, but I guess that's like the reality of getting older. And you kind of can't. I mean, you can, but you got like, I guess a sleep deficit at that point, if you want to call it that. Okay, that's 2. Okay, let's put them all back there. This one here. So there's 2 done with this highlighted skin. I don't know why I'm doing the skin first. I should have done all the base coats, but then I already started here, so it's fine. It is okay. I did the math concurrently. 3 knights, Wraith Knight with 3 spears here to heal them exactly 1500 points. That is good. You can technically do that. Is there a detachment for Wraith Knights? I'm not too sure. Okay, so you would have 3 Wraith Knights, and then the rest you would have baseline battle line to hold objectives, and then your Wraith Knights would just kill everything. Right? Please tell me I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, am I right? That's the way you would want to play the Wraith Knights. They go forward to kill everything, and then you have your back line of like... What's the battle line for Eldar again? Is it... I can't remember what they're called. The Guardians. You would have Guardians, and they would be your back line. You hold the backline objectives. Do you have 2 Jackal squads or 1? That's a good question. I am painting these because they were unpainted. But normally in my 2000 point army, I'm only running one 10-man unit of Jakhals. But I'm just painting these because they were unpainted and I gotta paint them. And besides, there may be a time when I play with more Jakhals, so I'm not too sure about that one. But right now, they were too strong at the start of 10, so everything was changed to say excluding Titanic. That is good. I do remember Raid Knights being really, really strong at some point. Yeah. Do you run more than one unit of Jakhals, Sam? Because I typically don't, but I do want to understand if other people do run more than one. Because I don't think I see a point. Because every time I run a Jackal squad, I usually keep them on the home objective, and they just sit there, and that's it. Like, I mean, they're only 60 points, so like, I think that's okay though. Honestly, if they have like a 6-up save, they're just like, they just sit there to control stuff and do actions, and that's kind of just it. There's one under Spirit Conclave that they can use, and it's basically much better tank shock. Ooh, tank shock. Speaking about tank shock for you, Stag Bag, my friend, my Necron friend, he had a Doomstalker on the just the other day. He was playing against Custodes, and he made the tank shock move, right? So Doomstalkers have 8 toughness, right? So he rolled 8 dice. Guess how much damage he did? Guess how much damage he did with his Doomstalker from tank shock? You don't have any wheat? Oh, no mini wheats? Oh, that sucks. This could be really good. I'm gonna guess really good. No, he got 0. He got 0 damage from his tank shock. Out of 8 dice, he has to roll, what is it, 5 or above, right? He got nothing. He literally got nothing. He was supposed to kill the Alaris, Terminator squad, and he didn't. It was bad. But he somehow won that game. He won that game. I think it was 25-20 or something like that. It was literally a 5-point difference, but he won that game against the Custodes player. Does my World Eaters Warband have a name? Ooh, it did for my Crusade game. What was it called? That's a good question. What was it called? I did name it. You're correct about that part, Sam. I called them... What the hell did I call them? Hold on, I gotta search up what I called them. Because I was playing a Crusade game. Crusade campaign, and I named them something for the sake of it. And now I forget. I will have to check it right now for you, Sam, because I thought it was pretty cool. Where are you? The number of dice for tank shot was based on melee strength. Ooh, tank shot for 0. 0 is good. And it mentioned... That's not it. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out... I can't remember... Da, 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 da. 40k, yep. So we're taking a little pause here because I totally forgot. So you got me interested because I want to remember what I named my World Eaters, and now I can't remember what I called them. the campaign go well? I lost. I went 0-6 in that campaign, by the way. I went 0-6 on my World Eaters. That was also the first time I played them, too. That was also the first time I played the World Eaters, so I really sucked with them. But it was also, like, one of the best, like, the best games I ever played. Because I got to play against a lot of people who I never got to play against. So that was my first time playing as AdMech. And AdMech Ruststalkers literally eviscerated my 6-man 8-bound in turn 1. The game was over. Here we go. Okay, I remember what they were called. I called them the Hershers of Infinite Slaughter. Here, I'll just type it in for you. I remember. Yeah, I called them this. This was what I called them in the Crusade campaign. I don't know why, but I did. That's what they were called. Whoa, when the whole army was suffering from new model syndrome? Hell yeah. You know what was funny about that too? They had a painting competition, and they gave us 3 months to paint the entire army. I painted mine in 1 month. So how many models was that? That was roughly... So 20 coin berserkers. 9 8-bound. So that's 29 so far. 10 jackals. Well, technically 11 with the brute. So that is 40 models. And then I had to paint Angron. Then Carnage Berserker. Then the Massive Execution. Then technically two Lords on Juggernauts. And then a Rhino, and then a Land Raider, and the Forge Fiend. So like close to 50 something models for a month or something like that. And one of them was Angron, which took me about, I don't know how long that thing took me. I think it took me at least 20 hours total to paint that model. So yeah, also tip up the day. Never tried to paint 20 coin berserkers in 1 week. It was bad. It was really bad. But I did it. I managed to paint 20 berserkers in 1 week. If you do paint 20 berserkers in 1 week, I was literally painting 10 hours a day to finish them up. Yeah, 20 berserkers in 1 week was awful. You're not the boss of me. Yeah. Hello. Hi, Adioxynergy. Welcome back. But yeah. Yeah, it was a fun one. Even though I lost all my games. The only redeeming quality of my army was that I actually won that painting competition. So that was good. I won that one. I think it was also the fact I was the only one to actually fully paint my army. That was also another crucial thing. I was the only one that fully painted my army. And based it. It had to be fully painted and fully based. 10 Elder Guardians with paint by my enemy. I think I'm putting a wash of Agrax on them. Nice. I'm contractually obligated every time a next injury shows up. Hello. I guess you guys know each other from other streamers, huh? I remember when you was talking about one, and I think you guys were talking about how you both watched it. I don't remember, but probably. I think I already messed up this paintbrush. I already used it for a day and it's already messed up. Well, that's great. That is awful. Is what if the World Eaters and Ironwares just work together called the War Eaters? And yes, not my best names for the war band. I mean, I think the colors could work. I think it has worked. I think there was one World Eaters that had like metallic what is it? Metallic armor on it. I can't remember what he was called, but he was active during the Horus Heresy. The Horus Heresy, yeah. What was his name? Gavril? I don't remember. But he was definitely a World Eater, but he was loyalist. I don't remember what his name was, but he was very cool. World leaders for hatcherships, my condolences. My condolences, exactly. I will have to do that very, very soon. As soon as I finish painting up all these jackals, then it's on to the Iron Warriors and doing the hatcherships. I did prime all of them, by the way. I did prime all of them with the metallic. I think one person was right. I should do Lead Belcher. Lead Belcher is not too dark compared to Iron Warriors metallic. Iron Warriors metallic is a little bit too dark. But yeah, I'm mostly worried about the hazard trips, but I can probably make it work. It should be fine. But yeah, painting flesh tone sucks, by the way. That's one thing I didn't like about the World Eaters, is that you have to paint flesh tones a lot. But I think I did not choose any helmeted option, which was good. I think it's mainly they like to show their arms a lot. And their muscly arms. Yeah. But yeah, when I was first playing the World Eaters, I did not understand how little shooting they have until I played them. Imagine like everything having only bolt pistols and positive pistols. That's kind of what you get for playing World Eaters, and the only reliable shooting you kind of have are just like vehicles. So you basically only have your like Land Raider and Forge Beam, and that's kind of just it. That's all you got for reliable shooting. But you know what the thing is with them is that every single one of them has rapid fire up to some degree. So that was really funny to see. Like, it was really funny to see the Land Raider have, like, the last cannons had rapid fire 1. So what is it? How many last cannons do you get? You get two of them. And then, sorry, they get rapid fire 2. So the Land Raider for the World Eaters get the last cannons. They get 4 shots initially, and they have rapid fire 2. So that's roughly about like 8 glass cannon shots going at you or something like that. It was pretty insane. Minus the fact that they kind of suck at shooting, but still, it's something. You have a high powered range option that can deal from afar. So that is very, very cool. So many jackals, so little time. Does anyone want to paint jackals for me? Anyone want to paint some jackals? Anyone want to paint 60 Kriegsmen for me? And then Jackal box, I'm playing the Kit Bash Dishonored right chainsaw with a drill from the Centurions. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. A drill. My drill is the one that will pierce the heaven. It's a drill that will pierce the heavens. I love that. Yeah, I not too keen on kit bashing because I think I prefer vanilla. I'm very vanilla when it comes to painting models. Also, I didn't paint this hand, but I'm just gonna like go ahead and do this. Army painter skin tone, that might help. Oh, yep. That's like the contrast equivalent. I just used that. I just used Gelman Flash, which is contrast paint. I meant like doing all the highlights after is like the biggest pain in the butt. But that's okay. I did them for all the rest of my jackals. I'm gonna do it again because I need to keep them consistent. need to keep the color scheme consistent, or else it's gonna look really awkward. If you, I don't know, it's like having the same thing as like mixing your girly pop Space Marines with your Space Mage, with your vanilla Blood Angels, and you have like a hodgepodge of different colored units, which is kind of weird. Okay, here's another one. How many have I painted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 12 more to do. 12 more for the skin tone. But yeah, oh, for you guys wondering, this is what like the finished product is gonna look like, kind of deal. These are what all my Jakhals gonna look like by the time it's like, yeah, by the time they're all done, it's gonna look like this. Sorry, it's kind of blurry. Oh, there we go, like that. They're gonna look like that, kind of deal. So very, very basic. Sorry for misunderstanding. No worries. I was wondering what the Black Sentinels were. I was like, is that some sort of successor chapter I've never heard about? That's my only understanding so far. But yeah. No worries. Yeah, I really, okay, my friend told me I can't take back like the army list for what I want to do in this crusade campaign, but I should have played my world eaters. Are Black Shields are the ones dishonored from their chapter, right? So they go into the Death Watch kind of deal. They're kind of like blacklisted from their chapters, right? That's what I remember from Space Marine 2, but I don't know about, I'm not fully, I don't know the full thing about them, but that's what I think is correct from what I remember from Space Marine 2. It's like they did something really bad and now they're just kind of like blacklisted kind of deal. But is that what your chapter is all about? Everything, all of them are kind of just like blacklisted Space Marines? Yeah, I think yeah, after this crusade campaign, if my friends want to play some normal games, I'm gonna switch to world eaters. I gotta show them the power of Angron. They will never expect what Angron can do. No one ever does, and then he just slaps you. Yeah, and if, oh, who was it, Sam? If you ever play with Angron, pretty much everything he touches dies. He will literally eviscerate anything. I do mean that. Like, even Gilman dies, even the Lion dies. Maybe like a lot of Titanic units will die to him. There's like a very small chance for a Titanic unit to live against him, but the majority will die. I need a drink. Nor actually, I think I only drank alcohol on one stream, but I think how many drinks did I have? I think I had like 3 or so. That's about it. I was only buzzed. That's usually about right. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get drunk on stream. There's a very, very small chance I will if there's some friendly drinking, but mostly not. Ooh. Did the chat die? Did I accidentally kill my own chat? If you guys are there, I'm sorry I killed you. But the weak die and the strong survive. That is how world eaters work, kind of deal. And Iron Warriors too, apparently. Iron within, iron without. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Just took 2 sustained hits last guy into chat. Perturabo is pleased. Perturabo is pleased. He is definitely pleased. Dang. Honestly, there's a lot of Iron Warriors and Warriors in here. All is dust. What's up, Chilled Enderman? Yes, all is dust. The Traitor Legion. Let's see what Perturabo thinks. Is Perturabo pleased? Yes, he is pleased. No one gets their head bashed in, but he is pleased. Also, yeah, that's fine. Pixel wave. Oh, sorry, that thing did not work very correctly. But yeah, Perturabo is very pleased. Also, this model is very, very cool. This Joy Toy, except for the face. The face is like way too weird for me, but everything else is good. What's up, Chilled Enderman? How you doing? Long time no see. But yeah, I'm gonna try to push for maybe more streams this week, hopefully. Let's see if I'm not too tired after work. Gonna move these 2 brutes over here. Oh, you know, speaking about like kit bashing for you, Luca and Sam, or whoever else was talking about kit bashing. My friend gave me some greater possessed, right? And they all came in. Can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. But if you're talking, I can definitely see what you guys are talking about. But he gave me 2 greater possessed units, models. But the thing is that greater possessed are not part of the Chaos Space Marine Codex anymore. So I am proxying them for Chaos spawns because they are roughly the same size. The only thing I did was change the base size from 40 to 50, and that's kind of just it. So yeah, technically just rating, but it's not going well. How is you? I am doing good, minus the fact I have to paint 20 Jakhals for my world eaters. I mean, I don't have to, but yeah. Free Blade Titans. Oh, running out of terminology. Ah, I see. So they're kind of like mercenaries. That sounds really cool, actually. What were you doing, Chilled Enderman? What were you doing? Were you also painting stuff? Were you also enjoying painting Warhammer? I don't even know what I'm trying to talk about anymore. Ignore me for ignore me trying to start small talk. I'm so bad with small talk, by the way. I don't know how other people can do it, but they do it, and then yep. Okay, yeah, it's getting very hot. Okay, how many more do I need to do? About 10. Counting the little things I need to do. Yeah. I'm just wondering why there's so many heretic enjoyers in my chat. There's barely any loyalist enjoyers for some reason. Trying to get done gaming so I can do mini stuff, but yeah. Oh, what are you playing, by the way? You playing some like Space Marine 2, some other what is the game that I don't know of, maybe? You gotta tell me what you're playing. Make it faster. That's Dishonor with a drill arm and 2 chaos bonds of Kong Rippers. Ooh. Oh yeah, you did tell me about that. Dishonored cut with the drill. You did tell me about that. I do remember. Korean MMO called Lost Ark. Oh, I played that. I did play that. I'm so sorry, Chilled Enderman, but my experiences with Korean MMOs are usually not that good, because every time I play a Korean MMO, you literally have to pay to grind to the end game kind of deal to make it really fast. And I think an example would probably be, I guess, that game. And another game would probably be Maple Story kind of deal. I guess with Maple Story, you would I think you just pay money for the cosmetics, which a lot of people liked. But to grind for the end game, not well. You kind of did have to do that, but you didn't have to pay any money to get level advantages. But still, it's Korean MMOs are super grindy. Do you know Demon X Core? No, I don't actually. But it sounds familiar. That name does sound familiar. I hardly paid for because it's got skins in the past. Oh, I see. Yeah, Korean MMOs are super grindy. I don't think I can get back into those. MMOs I do like, but I think nowadays I have other interests and I cannot actually have the time to do an MMO while I'm doing other stuff. I think the only one I would probably have time for is World of Warcraft. I think my friends have stopped playing it recently. I hear, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You understand, right? No one nowadays has time for MMOs, which is why they're kind of falling out of popularity, which is very sad because I liked them back in the day. I don't know why back in the day people had more time for MMOs. I guess it's more time just working for money kind of deal. Small stuff came back. BRB. Oh, no worries, Sam. No worries. Take your time. I might be here. I might not. Depends on how long I would probably stream for. Okay, almost done painting all of the highlights for the skin tone. Almost done. Yeah, it's really odd that I can't stream for long hours anymore. Well, I usually don't, but I think in my younger days when I was playing like a lot of doing a lot of gaming, I think I would have been able to game for like 8 hours straight, but not anymore. I don't know what happened with me. I used to be a gamer, but now I'm just like a fake gamer, I guess. And who can't even play like a game for 2 hours straight. There is something very wrong with me. My jackals are still on sprue. That's okay. Like, if you're just painting them for fun, I think they're funny. If you're using them in game, I think you only need the one unit of jackals, which is good enough. But there's next. Hello. It's nice to be back. Hello, Seer. Hello. Welcome back. How was your trip to wherever? I'm still painting the skin tone on these jackals, but we are done venting about earlier, so that's fine. Forget about that vent earlier. But yeah, it's totally cool. But yeah, just painting the highlights for these jackals, and then after that, I have no idea what to do. Maybe I could play some games. I don't know, but people mainly watch me for just like painting stuff kind of deal. So I don't know if I want to play a game. I just went out to eat. Oh, nice. Let's go. I forgot that you were still in school. Venting? Noodle is sus? Yeah, I'm very sus. Can't you see? I'm a heretic enjoyer. I'm very much a heretic enjoyer. What do you guys think if I finish painting for today and then like I play the game afterwards? Would you guys be fine just watching me play Space Marine 2 for like a little bit maybe? Because I kind of don't want end stream. That'd be cool. Okay, I'll play a little bit after I finish painting these jackals. It just might take me at least 5 minutes to ready it up. I gotta move my setup around. I think I don't know. I'm now thinking that everything in the World Eaters is like super muscly, and then I look back in the day when I was watching Dragon Ball Z all the time. It's like my interest has not changed from back then. My interest has never changed. There's something very, very wrong with me, but I guess like big muscly dudes beating each other up is like has not changed one bit. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? Went from peak fiction to peak fiction. I guess so. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, favorite character in Dragon Ball Z? Well, I guess he's not canon in Dragon Ball Z. But basically, from the movies, it would be Broly. Are going 20th Legion look? They are going 20th Legion look. '20th Legion or the Alpha Legion? I don't know. If I were to play Horus Heresy, I think I would probably pick the Alpha Legion. Because, I don't know, they have cool stuff in 30k. They got really cool stuff in 30k. Oopsies. Like, my boss showed me his Alpha Legion Force, and he showed me this, like, sniper character. I don't know what it's called in 40k and 30k, but it was, like, really, really cool. I think he said that was the only one he bought in, like, resin. And I felt really bad for him because it's in resin. Resin models suck. Speaking of models, my Necron friend is abysmal. You know what he did to his models? He mixed epoxy and he mixed super glue, and he painted all of his Necrons with that. So they became really, really durable, but they also look really funny. And the second part is he wrapped around steel wire all of the big ones. Yep. So he drops them, they don't die. I might have a picture. I think you would absolutely consider it heresy. You would absolutely consider it heresy. I'll show you a picture after. Actually show you a picture. So you guys have to. I mean, I saw it in person and I thought it was really funny. They don't die, they reanimate. Yeah, they do. They definitely do. But yeah, it's really funny in person when it actually fits his theme, Necron theme. Like, it doesn't look half bad. Like, it sounds funny, I can't lie. Okay, I'll have to show you after this. I'll have to pull it up. After I paint this Dishonored right here. And I will show you what the hell I'm talking about, because it's kind of hard for me to describe. They reanimate. Yeah, my friend reanimated his 20-man Necron Warrior blob, and it worked pretty well. That thing, I think, lasted about, like, 3 turns. No, it lasted, like, until, like, round 4, then he just killed it with the Custodes Terminators. But they did their job in reanimating, like, I don't know, over 20-something models. That sucked. Yeah, my Custodes friend did not understand what was happening. Goremonger is good for World Eaters? Yes, it's very good. It's very good. 1, they can infiltrate, meaning they can deploy within no man's land. And 2, when something makes a move near them, they get the reactive move. So you can move them up to d6 inches in one direction. So yeah, they're very, very good for, like... I actually don't know what they're good for. I just think they're good for just, like, being up the board and just being, like, annoying little things. And when you charge them, they get lats too. So you get the +1 to wound. Kennedy Jakhals? No, they are their own units. They're their own units, but they're really cheap to run. I think they're about 70 points to run. So like if you do run them, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal if you just run one unit, which is normally what people do. Like you just use them to do actions in no man's land kind of deal. They can try to kill, but they're not. The killing potential is kind of low. But I think I had okay. It was really funny because I had them up the board, and then my friends like one of his units moved like really close to him. My goremongers, like I think they moved within 9 inches. And I got the reactive move, so I reactive move 6 inches backwards, so it made the charge a lot harder. Also, bye Luca, bye. Thanks for coming by. It's awesome to talk to you about stuff. Sorry about the guard talk earlier. I didn't realize you were a guard player, and I absolutely just like slandered guard over there with my talk. I'm so sorry to all you guard players out there, but I slandered them earlier. I absolutely guard slander is real. Yeah, I did. It literally all began like this guy wanted advice for his guard, and I told him some stuff. It's like, hey, you want this, this, and this kind of deal. You have like very little anti-tank. He's like, okay, but I think only 2 anti-tank is good enough. I was like, buddy, like I understand, but like I don't know. I think I got too into it. That's my problem. I got way into it. But this guy, long story short, the guy asked for advice and did not want any of it. So here's my world eaters. I would tell you right now, it is kind of hard for people to like make me upset. I don't know if you guys know this, like I guess it could be very hard. It's very hard to make me angry, I guess, or just like I don't take it too seriously kind of deal. Okay, I gotta show you this picture as soon as I find it. Let me just try to find where the hell it is. I gotta scroll up. Where are you? Oh, that's a bad picture. Bum 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 bum. Is it okay? It's probably not in this channel. It's in the other channel. Ah, here we go. Found it. Okay, I'll just save it. Save the pictures. Yeah, I'll put it here. Save. And then I will, let's see. Browse. Oopsies. Okay. Let's see if it works. Aha, here we go. And then I will do this, and now you can see it. Ta-da! This is what he did to his Doomstalker. This was the one I printed him too. I printed him this one. See, he literally covered it in epoxy mixed with super glue. Then he steel wired all of it around it. Oh, you guys can't see my cursor. But yeah, that's what it looks like. If I had to see it, so you do you. Yeah, what do you guys think? Is this heresy right here for Doomstalker? Or what do you guys think? It might be, chat might be delayed, so I'll leave it up here for a little bit. What do you guys think of this? That's funny? You guys think it's funny? Yeah. Initially, I was like, why did you do this to your model? But then I looked at it. He brought it in person, and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty funny. Because he did that for both of his Tombstalkers, and then he did it for his Scorpec Lord, and I was like, it adds to the aesthetic. It honestly looks like it fits. I think that's quite cool. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. But he put epoxy resin over it mixed with super glue, and it became really bouncy. Okay, I think he dropped this model one time off the table, and it lived. It did not shatter in a million pieces, but it was funny. It was super funny. Also, this was the one that failed the tank shock too. That was the one that fell tank shot. But yeah, that is the model. Actually, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna double down and say like I'm probably gonna end stream right now because it's getting kind of hot right now. I need to kind of lay down. But we'll see who we can raid on YouTube. Let's see who is painting stuff on YouTube. But yeah, we won't. No more Space Marine. I'm so sorry, but I think that's okay though. Okay, let's see who is building stuff. Warhammer. Ooh, is this guy building war? This guy is building World Eaters. Okay, let's see. Any other VTubers doing stuff? Let's see. See you later, Noodle. Bye. Bye, Seer. Okay, is there anyone else building Warhammer stuff? Not you, not you, not you. Blood for the Blood God. Yes. Blood for the Blood God. Who's streaming right now that I'm following? Oh, there's one. Where the hell are you? Okay, let's go to B. Let's just do this. Let's raid. And then we go to the end screen. Okay, bye everyone. Goodbye.